Hey folks, welcome to e-GMAT. Do you know that invented rules or misapplied rules can be very detrimental to solving 700 level SC questions correctly? They can be as harmful as not paying attention to the logic of the main sentence or not knowing key grammar rules. Over the next few weeks, we experts at e-GMAT will reveal to you a few of these invented rules that have been making rounds in GMAT SC circle, victimizing a lot of test takers. Do watch this video to know whether unintentionally you've fallen prey to any of these invented rules that have been stopping you from achieving that 99th percentile ability in SC. So the first invented rule that we are going to talk about today is pronouns and the antecedents or the nouns that they refer to must stay close in a sentence. Now, mind you, this is an invented rule. It means that in reality, no such rule exists. Now, that's why we call it an invented rule. Now, would you want to know how did this invented rule come about? Let's find out. Now, on your screen is a slightly modified version of an official sentence that appears in OGVR 2022. At this point in time, you can pause the video, read the sentence, understand its meaning, and focus on what that describes in this sentence. Resume the video once you're done. I hope that you've already processed this sentence and you've understood the meaning of it. Needless to say that this noun modifier in this sentence is talking about the preceding noun bumps and bruises. Because if we logically analyze the sentence, we will understand that per the logic of the sentence, it is bumps and bruises that make them, that stands for heirloom tomatoes, it makes them lackluster or make them look less attractive, right? So per the logic, there is absolutely no confusion what this noun modifier is talking about. Now let's take a look at the correct version of this official sentence. The only difference that you will find in this version of the sentence is the last part, where instead of the noun modifier that make them lackluster, we have the subject and the verb pair here, and we have a pronoun sitting in the subject place. If we again logically analyze this sentence, we will see that this pronoun refers to the noun heirloom tomatoes that appears right at the beginning of the sentence. And this is the correct reference because per the logic of the sentence, heirloom tomatoes is the only noun that they can refer to. There is nothing else in the sentence that can stand in the place of pronoun and the sentence will still remain logical. But even if for an iota of a moment you thought that yes, you do understand this whole logical reference by they, but they seems to be too far away from this noun, and so grammatically they cannot refer to heirloom tomatoes. It rather refers to the closest noun, which is bumps and bruises, and so the sentence is illogical. Then let me tell you that unknowingly you are following an invented rule. Mind you, when it comes to pronoun reference, logic is the king. Logic and only logic defines the pronoun reference in a sentence and not the distance. The distance has got nothing to do with the pronoun reference in a sentence. Most of the test-taking population is aware of the fact that noun modifiers are always closer to the noun they describe. Why? Because it only makes sense to put the description right next to the entity that is being described. So this proximity rule, if we may call it so, is known to most of the test takers, right? But what is a pronoun? How does a pronoun work in a sentence? A pronoun is merely a replacement of a noun in a sentence. Mind you, a pronoun does not present a description of any noun. It's only a replacement of a noun in a sentence. And as a replacement, it can be placed anywhere in the sentence as long as the sentence remains logical and grammatical. So how does this invented rule come about? The invented rule takes birth when this proximity rule is misapplied on the pronoun. So what do the test takers do? They pick up this proximity rule of noun modifier and start applying them to pronoun, and hence they come to the conclusion that a correct sentence like this is incorrect because of the distance between the pronoun and its antecedent. And this thought process is absolutely wrong. So if you understand this crucial difference between the usage of the noun modifier and the pronoun as to how do they play out in a sentence, you'll never make this mistake of misapplying the rule of a noun modifier on to the pronoun, and you'll save yourself from being victim of an invented rule. So I hope that the difference between the noun modifier and the pronoun is clear to you now. Let's now take a look at our takeaways. Definitely the first takeaway is never misapply the noun modifier rules on pronouns because they work totally differently in a sentence, and so the rule of one concept is absolutely not applicable on another concept. Also, never invent your own rules because this misapplication of rules will cost you very dearly and you will not be able to solve 700 level questions correctly. Now, before I sign off, I have a little practice question for you. This is another OG sentence. You can see the highlighted pronoun in the sentence. All you need to do is let us know in the comment box whether the placement of this pronoun is correct in this sentence, whether this pronoun correctly refers to the noun that it is meant to refer. Our experts will definitely validate your response. And if you have any questions related to this particular invented rule, you can also post them in the comment box and we'll be happy to reply to them. With this, I've come to an end of this video. If you like this video, do click on the like button and subscribe to our channel for more such informative videos that will help you in your GMAT journey. Happy learning!